Want to live a life without regrets? I'm sharing my top life lessons that will change your perspective forever. Hello, I'm Christine Gold. I am your fellow empath, psychic medium, intuitive energy coach, author, speaker, and community facilitator of the Soul Healers community. And I wanted to talk today about regrets. And let me tell you, one of the first books that I read when I started my spiritual awakening in 2017 was a book called Man's Search for Meaning. And it was all about the Holocaust. And I mean, even Wayne Dyer's talked about this. Don't die with the music left inside of you, because the number one regret on our deathbed is not living our best life in this lifetime. Yes, we've talked about past lives. We have talked about in the 1 year course, group course as well, community, about reincarnation and souls contracts. And yes, they're all connected, all woven together. But we're going to talk about now. We're not living in the past, and we're not future casting, where many of us can get quite anxious and start beating ourselves up and living in remorse and regret. And let me tell you, it really does come down to choice. We all have choices in life. Like this morning, I chose to take a bath instead of a shower because we had water restrictions here for almost 2 months. So it was so nice to luxuriate and have an Epsom salt bath. And a choice to wear earrings, a choice to have tea or coffee, a choice to work out this morning, which I did. And it's also YOLO day, which is you only live once. And the caveat is in this lifetime. All right, so comment down below if you have any regrets. And I know there were a few people that posted about it, where you can really beat yourself up. And that's about regrets and not going for things and living in the past and then being your worst critic. But it's really just a lesson. And you could be like, okay, maybe there was a reason I didn't go for it, or I'm seeing a pattern in my life. I keep deciding to, which many of us here decide to dim our light, to fit in, to play small. And these are all forms of protection as well. So don't feel bad about it, okay? Just recognize it. Aha, an epiphany. And how can I look at this differently? How can I step into my best life? So I'm going to ask you, what are you putting off? What are you putting off? And, just because I am doing all of these things doesn't mean I didn't have any regrets in my life. And really, it does come down to worth and repeating patterns, right? Repeating patterns and accepting the breadcrumbs of life, which in this group we're not doing. And that's why you're here. That's why you joined. That's why you worked with me at some point. Because you decided, you made a choice. No more, not today. I'm here to slay. And I love that. I mean, that goes to affirmations and mantras, but you can spout them all you want, but if you don't intrinsically feel it and know it and embody it, then it's going to kind of cancel each other out, if that makes sense. And that comes with manifestation as well. So have you ever wondered how to live a life without regrets? I'm sure we've all wondered that. Well, we don't want to be, be stuck there or stay there. So get out a notepad, get out some pen and paper, and start writing down all the things that you have put off. All the dreams that you have put aside or shelved because it wasn't the right time, or I don't have the money, or I don't think I can do this. I need to go back to school. I need more certifications, whatever that excuse is, because really it's an excuse to not go for it. I've been in this journey in my business with clients since 2018, where I transitioned from just doing healings and readings to, and most of it was coaching already. So yes, I have a certification as a coach, but really my certification is life experiences, and making the choice to channel those experiences to not only level up in some way, but to also share with others so they feel the after effects, the ripple effects. Because when you're shining your light, when you are leading, when you are stepping into who you truly are meant to be, and you're living your purpose, you're going for it, no qualms about it, you're just living authentically. And I feel that's the biggest piece, is being authentic, and knowing who you are and what you will accept and what you will not accept. And I know how we are all trained to now look for the red flags, but now I want to kind of flip this and let's go for the green flags. Like when something pops up for you, like I've had so many amazing miracles pop up for me, and blessings and gifts from the universe, things that I had no idea were coming. And that's what a miracle is. It's without expectation. It's just knowing that life is always happening for me, not to me. No more victim consciousness. You cannot live in that story anymore, because that will eventually be a regret on your deathbed, going, why? Why did I choose to play small? Why did I not live my life, not according to anyone else? So yeah, it's something that I'm reflecting on. This is a really great time. And as I say, I'm open to everything and attached to nothing, because if you're attached to something, that's your ego is interfering with your natural, your inner GPS, your intuition. You got to let go, as I say, let God, let it flow. Just let it flow in. I mean, there are days nothing happens, and then there's one day where 10 things, amazing things happen all at once, like stacking, miracle stacking. I love that, miracle stacking. Yeah. And they're like, holy crap, where'd that come from? And who cares? Thank you so much. And having the attitude of gratitude. So I'm going to ask you now, what are you putting off? Again, I want you to comment here. A dream, a conversation, difficult conversation, a reconciliation, a goal, trying something new, having fun. I think that's the biggest piece, because if we're not having fun, what's the point? What is the point? We have been too serious for too long. We have been told to do things and to be fearful and to follow the rules and all that bullshit. It's bullshit. Who are you not giving forgiveness to? Who are you not forgiving? And maybe you're not ready yet. But at the end of the day, it's for you and nobody else, because it's a poison that is being served to you and not to the other person, by the way. Where are you not healing? Is it emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially? And relationships are the overarching umbrella of why we're here. Relationship to yourself, relationship to others, and relationship to God. And if you have a trigger when I say God, there's a religious wound that needs to be healed. There is a belief system, a pattern that needs to be looked at. and love. Love yourself and love others unconditionally. And that means with no condition. Because love is the greatest energy force in the world. Love. So how will you love yourself today? How will you love others? I have, well, I don't know if I can, well, I could show this if I wanted to, but I have this on my laptop. This was an affirmation that I built out for 2024 through, I do an annual dream vision map workshop, which can be done digitally or physically. And my goals and dreams have come true. All of my clients who have participated in this have come true. Now, maybe some of it hasn't, and it's been put off for another year, which is completely fine. It's when we get attached to it and start beating ourselves up. We got to stop that. But my word for 2024 is joy. How can I experience joy? And joy for me will be different for you. It's as simple as, like I saw a bumblebee bounce off the window. Oh, hi, bumblebee. Or I call them bumbles or bumblers, fuzzy butts. I have a beautiful, and we all have a beautiful relationship with nature, with Mother Earth, with Gaia, and with the animal kingdom. And the more that we recognize it, the more beautiful signs and symbols and synchronicities come in. So let's not forget that. Okay? Let's not forget that. I'd love to hear whether you are live or you're watching the replay. Let me know either way. So there are common challenges that people face when trying to live a life free of regret, such as fear or failure, indecision, overanalysis, paralysis. You got any of those? I've been there. And yeah, maybe I have the 50 biggest life lessons that have helped me live a life with minimal regrets. 50, you can't even go back to as you were a child, but you had lots of choice points and you were innocent and you're born intuitive, by the way. At some point you had to shut it down because it wasn't safe to be yourself. So here we are. The most impactful lesson, or the biggest turning point of my life that significantly reduced my regrets, was the dark night of the soul that I went through in 2017. I had multiple, right? But you're awakening spiritually. And I was offered a gift by my, now mentor, one of my mentors. I had a choice. I could either go for it or go, oh no, that's not me. I'm just going to stay in my little box and be safe. Well, let me tell you, if that did not happen, if I did not decide to record that video, why I wanted to work with her, we would not be here right now. So I want you to reflect on your own life lessons. I want you to share your thoughts in the comments. And of course, if you feel like sharing this, please share this. And you're part of the community as well, the Soul Healers community. You're already co-creating the change that you not only see in yourself, but you also see in others. And you think, oh, well, I'm making these changes. No one notices. People are noticing. And do you need the recognition, by the way? Because you are gifting people what they aren't aware of yet, because they're not at your level of consciousness. I will say that again. They're not at your level of consciousness. And that's not in an arrogant way. That is getting off your soapbox. Because there's a lot of us that are spouting off and telling people what to do and how to live. And if you don't believe in this group, or you're not taking action doing this, but yet that is all fear and shame and blame and guilt and keeping you snagged somewhere, right? You're hooked. What are you hooked to? Hi, Marcia. So lovely to see you here. Thank you so much for supporting the group. And being the biggest cheerleader in our soul healers community. I mean, when you show up, you're actually showing up for others as well. So what would be another choice point for me? Oh my goodness, so many. I mean, I just aligned with a local charity organization, Fear is Not Love. And we're co-creating an event, and I'm going to be raising money where I'm going to be doing a workshop in the next couple months, and all of the proceeds will be going to them. Because I was one of those women 25 years ago, probably around this time too, because my youngest is 26, so yeah, he would have been a year old. I was in an abusive domestic violence situation with his father. And I couldn't take it anymore. And he was a classic narcissist through and through. And that's why I teach so much, and that's what my second book is going to be about. The empath and the narcissist. Anyways, I had locked myself in my son's room so he couldn't come in, because I knew what would happen next. The violence would escalate from being shoved into a chair to being punched, or who knows. So I phoned the police, and I will never forget what he said. He said, "Christine, if you don't leave now, it will only get worse." And many women, and I will say men too, it happens to men as well, do not know how to get out of a situation because they're tied financially. That's the biggest piece. And there's control as well, okay? I left with my son with absolutely nothing to live in a shelter, a women's shelter in Edmonton. There's another choice point that I grabbed. I'll call it the golden ticket. When it's handed to you, you take it. Even if you don't know what's going to happen, you take it. The regret is that you let the ego keep you in protection and kept you playing small. So, ego doesn't sit here anymore. It sits in the back. It's a backseat driver. But we're not listening most of the time. Only when we're in real danger. Real danger, okay? Everyday life is not dangerous unless you are living somewhere where there is a lot of war, and I'm not even going to go into that, okay? We're aware of what's going on. So let's go back. Yes, Marcia, showing up for ourselves, reminding us that we need what we need to be working on. Yes, but not to the point of exhaustion, not keeping you in a monkey mind where you're ruminating, oh my God, I need to do this, I need to do that. Keep, write it down somewhere and just start checking the boxes off. And if it ends up being 50 things, then it's 50 things. And if you don't get to all 50, oh well, find out why. Maybe it's, again, everything in due time. As long as the things that really light you up, you're going for. So tell me what you're going for right now. I want to know. We want to help support you. Is it that business that you are afraid to launch or don't think you're ready? Or you need more education? Or you need more followers? Let me tell you about followers and social media. It serves a purpose, but it is not why you're here. I know people that have thousands of followers and their engagement is because they only care about the comments and the attention. They're not really doing anything. Or buy my products. All of that, we are so well versed in I smell BS that is not the authentic way to connect with people. So right here is the authentic way, on video, in workshops, in person. Go and create your beta course. Go and create your beta workshop and just put it out to the world. I want to see it. And say, look, I want to launch my business. I'm not sure how or what or where. You put that out to the world, you will be amazed. People will go, oh my God, I had no idea. See, you cannot assume, because assuming makes an ass out of you and me. So don't do it. Put it out in the community here. Put it on my page if you want. Because we are global. Not just local, but global. I know when I was so afraid to come out as a medium. What would people think? And when I did, people are like, yeah, we already knew that. We always knew you're kind of weird and woo-woo and out there. It was me. I'm in the way. And that's who it is. It's always us. It's always us, okay? So, I want you to tell me what you are deciding today not to do anymore and what you're going to do. And we are going to share with you. We are going to connect. We are the connectors, because without unity, there is no community. So where's the community at? How can we spark change? How can we spark excitement? How can we spark fun? Let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for tuning in today. I want you to enjoy wherever you are. And of course, if you'd like to connect further, you know how to reach me. And I'm sending you so much love. Please remember, healing begins where the ego ends. And let the healing begin. Bye-bye.